Welcome to another midweek Wardy's Waffle. I just want to introduce you to the latest member of the family, if I can hold her still enough, and this is little Nala, German Shepherd pup. She was 9 weeks old a few days ago. We only just got her 4 days ago. Yeah, as you can see, she's full of it. But this is Nala, and love her ears, the way they cross over at the top, look, and she's got teeth like needles. So the first part of the, and she gets on very well with Frankie. If you look round now, you can see her chasing and brilliant. So we start this week's update looking at Nala and a few of her antics that she's up to. She's going to become a big part of Rhonda and my life and Frankie's life, because she's already ripping Frankie to shreds, but she's putting up with her really well. So start the update looking at Nala. We then go back into the direct drilling trials we had the other day. We roll them. We also do a harrowing trial across them, all the plots, which I'll explain in the video, with the Claydon straw rake to try and improve some germination. We haven't had any rain since those trials took place, so there is going to be some big differences in germination, which we'll touch on in the next few weeks. And also one or two little updates on crops coming through the ground on some oats and things like that. So let's get into this week's update.
Baby. Sit down, you baby now. I like my auntie's better. It's gentler. Wagging a little tail here. Say bye-bye to mummy. Say bye-bye to mummy.
Just looking across at the field of oats that's planted after sheep, I thought, oh, these are coming through nicely, this looks good. And then I spot this wheeling. So somebody's been lamping at night. I haven't looked around the field yet. You can just see in the distance wheelings all over there. I dread to think where they've gone. It just freaking annoys me. These people drive all over the land like this at night. We go to so much effort to put these crops in well, make the fields level, look after everything, and then we get this. It's just speechless. Makes me so bloody cross. So we've got various rainwater tanks around the yard, and we ship them with the bowser. We transfer the water with this bowser that we use for fertiliser as well, that you've seen. So that one is 16,000 litres, collecting it off just the front edge of that shed. So it's just collecting it off that roof, because the back part there's all got leaves and things on it, so I've got no gutter on that shed. It's just curved eave, so it all runs down. There's a French drain at the back, and there's a little pond just to the side there. Anyway, this one, 16,000 litres it holds, and we just put it into the bowser and then transship it round. Just going out spraying the first fungicide on the wheats for the season, and this has also got some trace elements in it as well for nutrition to help the plants, because we've done some leaf samples and it's short of copper. That's the village of Leadenham in the background. That's known as the Lincoln Cliff Edge, and can't quite see it from here, but if you follow it round, actually I can see it, but you won't be able to from the phone. Just to the right of that tree on the skyline, just to the right of that tree, is Lincoln Cathedral in the distance. So we're spraying that to this grass margin. We've got low drift nozzles on, just see coming out. That stopped because it sensed that it's going to be getting that next time when Reuben backs up to the edge here. And the GPS, you'll see, won't switch all that boom on this left hand side. Notice there, it's not on yet. Now it comes on there, still not on. Now it is. And we've got these margins around, perfect example. Look at the cowslips here, isn't that lovely? Got wildflowers all in these margins. Perfect example here. We're not allowed to spray certain products next to a hedge or a watercourse, within 6 metres of a hedge or a watercourse. Some are 3, some are 2, it depends on the product. So what we do is we just have 6 metre margins around every single field, and that just means that we comply with every regulation there is. And of course it's benefit to the environment and wildlife as well. And this is just an example of what we do. We've got over 50 acres of these margins all around the 1600 acres that we farm. And that's just a lovely example. Look at the cowslips there, because these margins have been down since 2005 when we established these. And these cowslips you can see here are all self-set. So this is just what happens when you leave these areas like this for a while. So this sort of thing just, and again, you've got the traffic near you, you can hear, it's great. I'd just like to show the public that we're doing things for the wildlife and nature and the environment, and we're not cropping right up to the hedge, or we're not allowed to crop within 2 metres of a hedge anyway. We've just decided to put the Claydon straw harrow across some of all the plots. And it is actually making a difference. This plot here is the, what have we got? Simba, Weaving, Amazon. This one is the Dale Eco plot here, which did a good job. But there's a few slots out like there is on all of them there. But this harrow here is actually, if you look there, compared to here, what we've just done, this actually is just levelling it up and just covering the seed. So we'll roll all the plots now, but we just thought having a small area at the end of all the plots, we're going completely lengthways through every single plot down the field, and then we will check the germination of this area of all the plots compared to the germination there that will just be straight rolled. I'm rolling the plots that we had our direct drilling demonstration on last week, and this plot I'm on at the minute is where our Simba free flow was drilling, and there is a big difference between the morning and the afternoon, because if you remember, we actually had to finish the plot off in the rain because we didn't know that the rain wasn't going to stop. And I'll just have a look outside and show you, because there is a huge difference here. So that has been done before the rain. No seed out. Covered it well and put the seed in well, nice and level. And you look there, that is the line. So that side was done after the rain, or when it was raining, and that side was done in the morning when it was dry. Big difference. Look at the slabs. Then I know it's dried out on top, this has. But big difference there on the soil surface. And when you look at some of these lumps, put the boot there, when you look at the difference there, big difference. So we'll get these rolled, level it out, and it should do. This plot is where we had the Weaving Sabertine. This is the Sky Easy Drill plot, and I'm going to stop in a second because there's a little bit more surface disturbance here, even though it's a disc drill, but I don't think it's a bad thing. That's the rolls behind. As I was saying, it's not a bad thing you've got a little bit more surface disturbance, because you've got a little bit of crumb here that is, and the rolls will fill it in, fill the slots in. Whereas if you look, this is the Horizon plot. They didn't want me to roll this. You can see there isn't so much surface disturbance here. But you can see the press wheel marks there and there. You can see here. And so they think it's pressed it in enough, so I'm not doing that. Yeah, not a lot of movement there on the soil. You can see there how it's pressed it in. You can see there, if we look at that. And then we've got the Horsch plot next door with the, which is the Avatar. Where's the cane? A bit further along. And I haven't rolled this one either, so you can compare the two. That's just done. There was a gap there, so that's just been filled in with the Sumo. Forget about that bit. So here, yeah, this is the Horsch Avatar plot. Similar. Very little disturbance on the soil. There's the slot. But again, very solid. Not a lot of surface disturbance, so there's not a lot of point. There's nothing to roll here. It wouldn't gain anything. See, there's some slots from the tines at drilling. You can see the amount of straw that's flying about. You can also hear the fast track. It's got an injector gone, so we've got somebody coming to fix it today. Yeah, it's doing a half decent job there. I'm in the corner of the field up on the light land where we had sugar beet. Got some wheelings across here, which is frustrating yet again. Hare coursers. Got some more in the other field as well. Lampers at night. This headland, if you remember, was really rutted badly about 6 weeks ago, so where we had sugar beet lifted at the end of February. We've got lots of ruts and water stood in here, but it just shows how forgiving this light land is, and you can recover from that sort of damage. So that's why we grow root crops on here and harvest them in the winter. Yeah, looking at this field, looking good here with these oats, how they've germinated, looking in the sun. This is a naked variety called Oliver, and naked means there's no husk around the outside, and they'll end up predominantly in the pet food market. So if you've got guinea pigs, rabbits, cats, dogs, things like that, that's where these oats at harvest time will end up. They'll be harvested around the end of August, I should say, somewhere in that area, and the grain, I say, goes into pet food market. Just looking at the crop, got really good germination. We soloed and pressed the field, and in straight after we harvested the sugar beet. I know one or two of you said why we're doing it, because it looked good, but yeah, with the rest of the field and headlands, things bad, we did it and then just planted it with the Simba free flow drill, and it looked really good. So really pleased with how these have germinated. And we do the outsides of the field here last now, so with GPS we know where to turn. We go up and down the field, turn on the unplanted area here, and then we go do the outsides of the field last. And we've been doing this about 3 or 4 years now, and because of the leading tines in the front of the drill, front of the free flow, it sort of grobbles it up and works it, and we just pull out all the turns and things that we've had. Just going across the road, this is the image from when we're harvesting the crop. Remember, it was very wet. We've got this rut in the roadside here that we need to level, but this is the other field, and you remember seeing all the ruts up this side of the field here, and we dragged them out, and that's the effect. Can't tell there was any problem, any ruts there, taking the sugar beet up to the yard. So yeah, pleased with this one as well. So that's it for another midweek update. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Well, I'll be back on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. with another update of the rest of this week. And hope you've enjoyed seeing Nala for the first time. You'll be seeing lots more of her. Thank you for watching. Please click like and subscribe and the bell sound to alert you of any of my videos being posted. And we'll see you on Sunday morning.